Well, get on, campers. Been a bit, isn't it? Sun's out, shades are on. Even got my legs out. I'm in shorts. Handsome. Got Dave with me today. Oh, yeah, hang on, Dave. Look, we got some baby sheeps up here. Don't know if you can tell where I am, but it ain't Dartmoor. Bit different. You say a change of scenery, but it's very, very similar. I'm on Bodmin Moor today, and the plan is that me and Dave are out on a little bit of a day hike, visiting an area of Bodmin Moor that we haven't visited before, and depending how I feel, we might camp, we might go back to the car. If we go back to the car, I doubt there's going to be a video, we'll see. But where we're headed now is not too far from the car. I don't know if I'm going to camp there, but it's my first destination. It's closer than I thought to the car. It's behind me here. It's a place called Kilmar Tor. Kilmar Tor. And it was recommended to me by my boss. So, Graham, doubt you're going to watch this, mate, but cheers. From here, it looks like quite a spectacular tour, to be honest. Proper handsome, big. And I think it's actually two tours. I think it's Kilmar Tor, and by the look of the map, another spot called, I think it was Higher Rocks. So Kilmar is this side, and the Higher Rocks, I'm guessing up there where the rocks are a bit higher, it's on that side. But what a stunning spot this is, look, hey? Got another tour over there, got one behind us up here, look. I'm going to have to spend a couple minutes looking at the OS map, because quite frankly I ain't got a clue about this area at all. It feels a bit like my first ever camp on Dartmoor. So I ain't got a clue where anything is, what any of the landmarks are. I've only had a cursory glance at the map. Probably do my studying a bit better. But fancy a change, you know. Dartmoor's lovely, but for me it's an hour and a half drive. And in this current climate, where fuel costs more than it costs to bury your grandparents, it doesn't seem that smart to be going all the way up to Dartmoor every bloody week when I've got Bodmin Moor on my doorstep. And in all fairness, this journey did take me 40 minutes because I've gone to the east of Dartmoor. If I'd been on the west, then I could have been on the moor in about 12 minutes. But I've seen the west. I want to see the east. Oh. There's a lot of sheep, and I'm not worried about Dave, not at all. Dave is fantastic around wildlife, but some of these lambs, they're tiny. You can see Dave there, and just over in the middle of the frame we've got a couple of lambs by a rock. You got a little black lamb further afield there with some mummy lambs. And like I said, Dave is amazing around wildlife. He ain't going to be chasing nothing. He ain't going to be terrorising nothing. And if I tell him to stay with me, that's exactly what he's going to do. Behind me here, there's a lovely big patch of woodland. And you can see it just over here. It takes up quite a bit of land going that way, and I'd love to camp in it. The downside is that There's lots, every entry point into the woods, every gate, every fence post seems to have a sign on it saying no public access. Oh, excuse me, no public access and motion sensitive cameras in operation. I'm really gutted because I would love to at the very least explore that, but I don't want to get in trouble. It's never worth the risk or the hassle, is it? So I've just come up over the brow of this hill and the landscape in front of me is stunning. Have a gander at this. Look at that, eh? All these little, I'm guessing they're tors. I have to look at the map, but all in close proximity, look. You've got, and it's deceptive because, you know, if this was Dartmoor, I'd be looking at this thinking, bloody hell, then tors are some bloody distance away. But up here, they're not. I can tell they're really close. I mean, that guy on the bike, he's sort of like, he does it for me. Well, it doesn't do it for me. I mean, what I mean is, the fact that I can see him in so much detail shows to me that he's not very far away and he's about halfway between here and there. So I can tell that them tools ain't far away. God, that was awkward. Anyway, the path that I've taken has brought me up to the left-hand side of Kilmar Tor. So I've now got it behind me here. So I'm just going to have a little wander along following the path. I think it's probably going to take me around to the other side of it and then head up from there. God, this is beautiful. That big un right in the middle here, just to the right of the mast, is Sharp Tor. And I'll tell you what, it does look quite epic. But it's not on the plan for today. Oh, have I got my dog? Yeah, he's got his bowl. Good. Quite excited about today, being up here. Daft as that may sound. It's a very, very different landscape. There's a lot more. I don't know how to explain it. There's a lot more rocks. There's a lot more granite. I mean, there's a lot on Dartmoor, but what I'm getting at is there's a lot of scattered granite all over the place. And you can barely walk more than a few metres without practically tripping on the stuff. Dave, get your ball. Where's he dropped it? Dave, where's your ball? Ah, he got it. Good lad. Yeah, you can barely walk more than a couple of yards without tripping on the stuff. There's also a lot more trees. Alright, they're the same small little sinewy things that you get on Dartmoor, nothing tall and grand, but there's a lot more of them, which is quite pleasant really. I imagine that's going to lead to lots of birds singing early in the morning. Got what looks like an old house here. Ooh, let me show you this. So just here, got a big dugout spot. Maybe it used to be a house. I don't know. I got no signal to look it up on the map. And over here we got the remains of a wall of some kind. With a nice squared off bit of granite here. Very nice walled area that. I wonder if there's something on the other side. No, it's just all fallen granite. I wonder what this used to be then. Looks like we've got the remains of another structure over this way. Ooh. Is it? No, this looks like a walled piece here, doesn't it? And you've definitely got some sort of dugout here. It's all reedy, so it's going to be wet down there. I don't know. Anyway, I've gone a little bit off track. We're going up there. So I've been walking along, realised that Dave wasn't beside me. So I stopped, turned around, and he was off sniffing, probably only about 10 yards away. And he hasn't got his ball. So I told him to go back for his ball. I could see it just behind him. And as he's standing there looking at me like an absolute dumbass dickhead, I noticed something. Not the fact that he's crawling around the floor, but look at that on his back. He's trying to get off and rubbing it all over his ball. Oi, dickhead. Stand up. Up. You see that down his back on this side here? Swing the camera around a bit. Little prick's gone and rolled in sheep shit. Or maybe it's fox shit. I don't know. I'm not a shit connoisseur. I'm not a shit connoisseur. But he's standing by my feet right now and it fucking stinks. And I've got to share a tent with a little prick tonight. You little bastard. He don't care, does he? He don't care at all. He's happy as a dog in shit. So suddenly Dave's not the most popular person on this camp today. And usually that's me. Well, he's probably still more popular with you guys than I am, but I know Michael, Novice Wild Camper, is going to be having a fucking giggle. And Ash, he'll have a laugh at my misfortune, the fact that I got to spend a night in a small closed-in environment with a dog covered in shite. Oh man. Another one of the dangers of bringing your dog out on the moors when you're camping. Oh fucking hell. Seriously, it stinks like like shit. I'm not sure I even remember to bring any baby wipes with me. And I hate the idea of having to use me. Oh, fuck off, you stinky bastard. Yeah, I don't like the idea of having to use my little bit of water to having to wash him. Would it be cruel if I leave him outside the tent tonight? Frickin' tempted. He stinks. Also, I'm not sure if you can hear it being picked up on the mic. It's not happening now. I keep hearing gunshots. There is a shooting range nearby. Hopefully they ain't shooting my direction. Or Dave's. Although, no. Even if he is smelling like that, he don't deserve to get shot. Go on, Dave. You smelly git. Welcome to Kilmar Tor. Well, this is about it really. There's a bit more off in this direction over here. So I'm going to head on up there now. Bit dry. I could do with having a drink really, but I'm not going to stop until I get up there a bit more. There is a few flat areas here where I could camp, so it's worth bearing in mind. But one of the things that stupidly I've forgotten to do is check the wind direction and strength for tonight. So I'm going to do that in a minute, and that's going to help me plan exactly where I end up camping. Dave's having lots of fun at the moment. He keeps burying his ball in different places and then digging them out. Me, I'm quite tired. I think I've packed my bag wrong, and there's something on the right hand side below, behind my shoulder blade, which is really pushing in, and it's quite uncomfortable. So I'm looking forward to getting my pack down and unpacking, basically. So we're going to head on up this direction, and we'll see you in a bit. Come on, Dave. Oh, there's a lot more Kilmar Tor up there. There's that high rock. Now we're up at Kilmar, or Kilmar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my bag. I'm going to have a little scout around, find if there's somewhere up here that I can pitch up. I'm not too enthused about it, I'll be quite honest. It's either extremely slopey, or there's not actually an open space on the little bit of flat ground that I've seen so far that's going to be large enough to pitch my Lanshan 2 Pro. If I had my Lanshan 1, I could pop it down right here, but it's not really doable. I can hear gunshots again as well. I find that a little bit concerning. So I'm going to drop my bag here, and we're going to head up there. Well, so I've I've walked, climbed, scrambled, crawled all over Kilmar Tor and High Rock, and I can't find anywhere to pitch my tent. There's plenty of spaces if I was in my Lanshan 1 or if I was in a bivvy, but I'm not. There's nowhere with a large enough footprint without either mounds, rocks or slopes to pitch the Lanshan 2. So at this point I really don't know what to do. Over on the right hand side here I don't want to pitch because it's quite close to a road and a farm, so my tent will be quite visible. I could pitch on that side of the Tor, possibly. I'm going to have a little look. One thing which I'm finding quite amazing is the amount of birds of prey that I can see here. I'd show you them, but I don't think the camera would pick it up, but directly behind the camera in the distance I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 large birds of prey. I don't know what they are. I know they're not buzzard, their wings are the wrong shape, but they are quite large. In fact, I can see a 6th one as well now, and I know there's a couple over this way as well. I've never seen so many birds of prey in one spot. Sorry about my watch pinging. Yeah, It's quite different. And I'm pretty certain that you can hear the gunshots in the background. It sounds like a shotgun to me. It's echoing over the moor. It's been going on for ages. And you know what? Despite the fact that up on Dartmoor you've got the 3 firing ranges, while I've been up there I've never ever heard a gunshot. This is my first trip up this way. Straight away, guns, bang. Crazy. Dave still stinks of poo. Yeah, so my bag is currently way over on the other side of the Tor, back at the Kilmar end. So I'm going to have to get back there and then try and find somewhere else to pitch. Okay, I've found my pitch and it's less than 50 yards away from where I left my bag. It's not the best pitch in the world, far from it, but it's relatively flat, relatively straight ground and not too moundy. It's just here. I'm going to have a good view of the sunset over in that direction, and in the morning I'll see the sun rise over Dartmoor. Just feels a bit weird saying that, but Dartmoor is over there. And I've got a good mobile phone signal, so I can be on TikTok all evening. So I'm going to, I think, just rest up for a minute, maybe just make myself a cup of tea, play with the dog for a bit, let some time go because it's only 2:30 in the afternoon, and then I'll look at getting pitched up. On my way back over though, I did spot a trig point. So later on, I'm going to walk over there and place my hand on the trig point so I can say I've done it. Kilmar Tor, great for views, nice climb, crap for camping I think, we'll find out. So as you can see, I've laid out my ground sheet. It's not perfect. It is sloping slightly in that direction and slightly in that direction. This bottom corner behind me is going down over a bit of a mound. But I've found that if I lay here in the night, it'll be perfect. I shouldn't do that. And when I say perfect, I mean better than it could be. So I'm going to go on and get this pitched up now. I know it's early, it's still 3:29. Maybe it's too early, but I want to get sorted. I want to get unpacked. I want to be able to just take my boots off and chill out. Throw the ball for Dave for a while. You notice as well, I've put my jacket on. The sun went behind the clouds, or the clouds went in front of the sun, and the temperature suddenly dropped. It got quite cool. Not cold, but noticeably colder. Right, let's get on with this. Well, I'm quite happy with that. We ain't got the straightest ridge line in the world. Never do. Plenty of airflow underneath from this northerly wind. And I'm quite well protected by the north side of the Tor. I think I'm alright. Dave, you alright, mate? He's alright. Ooh, he almost went over the edge then. Right, I'm going to get everything done inside. So we're leaving the tent behind for a minute. I'm going to go over and have a look for this here trig point, see if I can find it again. Because quite frankly, I'm getting hungry. I want to do my dinner in a minute, and then at that point I'm probably just going to sit and chill, watch the world go by, listen to my audiobook and relax. I know it's over this way somewhere, so we're just going to go and have a little gander to see what we can find, innit? Well, I found it right there. I don't know if you can get that on camera. So I just got to get up there now. We have it, the trig point at Kilmar Tor, which is my second trig point on Bodmin Moor. Hopefully many more to follow. And some view up here. Have a gander at this behind me. Let's walk around the trig point. Oh mate, it is absolutely stunning up here. I love it. What's a bit depressive for me, I hunted around all over the Tor trying to find myself a place to pitch, and I'm just going to flip this around. It's a good spot there. There's a good spot just over there. Oh well, I'm already pitched up. That's it. Kilmar Tor. Done it. Been there, done that, mate. What did they say? Kilmar Tor, completed it, mate. Oh, that's me. Right, I'm going to head back to the tent. Started thinking about getting some grub on. I've got chicken tikka with rice tonight, as chosen by my wonderful daughter. But first, I've got to get down from here. That is a big bird of prey. I'm hoping it's coming up on the camera all right. And there's 3 more. I suppose they could be hunting Dave. That's a scary thought. I hope not. Too bony. He wouldn't feed much. And he literally tastes like shit because he's covered in it. Bring it back. Here. Bring it back. Bring it back. Here. Put it here. Bring it here. No, pick it up. Bring it back. There we go. Good boy. Ready? Bring it back. No, bring it back. Come on. Up here. Up here. Come on. Dave, just bring it to my hand. Come on. Bring it back. No. No, if you're not going to bring it back, I'm not going to throw it. Come on. My hand's here. There we go. Good boy. Ready? And that's it. That's how it's going to be all bloody night long. Him getting the ball, bringing it back. Me telling him to bring it back a bit further so I can actually grab it. Him shouting at me until he eventually does it. And then I throw the ball and he goes off for it again. Bless him. Well, it's Dave's dinner time. So he's going to put his ball in his bowl. That's Dave for you. So what we got in here is it's a normal pouch wet dog food. Yummy. And then we've got what we call is scrunchies. It's what do they call it? Mixer. Provides them a little bit of roughage and a bit more interesting texture. There you go, mate. And obviously keep the bag, reuse it. Weighs nothing. That'll go back in my rucksack. His favourite meal of the day is all of them. Well, that was sunset. Easily not the most dramatic one that I've ever seen, but still quite beautiful. Setting down over Brown Woolly with Tor behind it. I don't think we could quite see Tor, but it was there. Temperature has certainly dropped now. I've got me grey jacket on and then my thicker blue jacket, put my legs onto my trousers that are in my trousers, put the bottom parts of my trouser legs on. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not in shorts anymore. Dave's cold. Dave's very cold. I'm pretty cold. And I am tired. I am. Had to yawn there for dramatic effect. I've even got my gloves on. So I think it's time to get inside the tent, warm up. I was going to say chill out, but that would be counterproductive. And it's also time for a bit of the old Jack Daniels. That'll help warm me up a bit. So I'm going to lie down, play on my phone for a bit. Luckily I got a pretty decent signal. And hopefully fall asleep very quickly. Sun rises at 5:45 in the morning. I'm hoping that I will still be asleep when that happens, because I don't want to be up at 5:45 in the morning. That's what time I was up this morning, and possibly the reason why I'm so bloody tired. There's a lot of sheep around, loads of them. I think they come up here at night, because they weren't up here at all during the day. Luckily there's none right here, but that doesn't mean to say that I might not have a visitor in the night. I've had that before. Bloody scary, that. Anyway, good night campers, I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. Me and Dave have had a lovely night's sleep, haven't we, Matt? And well, it wasn't bad actually. I'm not sure what time I actually bedded down. It was pretty much... Dave, I don't need licking while I'm recording. Guess I do. It was pretty much as soon as I signed off last night, I got into the tent and went to sleep. No whiskey, didn't bother. No Maltesers, because they melted at some point and now have turned into a hard lump. That's a waste. I woke up this morning and realised I'm quite disappointed in the fact that I haven't... Excuse me. I haven't bought anything for breakfast for myself. Don't worry, you're all sorted. Just looking at me all worried. So it looks like I'm going to have a coffee and a bag of Monster Munch, which is fine. I kind of cursed myself last night. I said that I was hoping to miss the sunset. I woke up this morning at 5:57. Time now is 6:07. So I woke up 10 minutes ago. It looks like I missed the sunrise by 10 minutes. I know I said that I wanted to sleep through it, but for 10 minutes, you know, I would have liked to have seen it really. But, oh well. Dave's hungry. It's a bit windy outside. I don't know if you can hear that. Certainly see the tent flapping. So I think me and Dave are going to get some breakfast on. He's hungry. He's been licking at me for ages because he's hungry. I'm gonna get... bloody hell, I'm tired. I'm gonna get some coffee on, have me Monster Munch breakfast because I'm like 5, and start looking to pack up. Well, it's a bit chilly. I've perched myself over here on the other side of the Tor. My tent's on the other side of this rock. It's a bit more sheltered from the wind, and I got some lovely views. I'll show you in a minute. Dave's chowing down on a pig's ear at the moment. I forgot to give it to him last night. I'd normally give it to him when I'm setting up the tent, but I forgot. So I've got his breakfast here for when he's ready. So I'm going to get on and make myself a cuppa. I am looking forward to the summer months, the proper summer months, not like this, but the summer months where the air is hot and still. You've got loads and loads of daylight hours, because then I'll be able to bring my Trangia out again. Although it's definitely built for bad weather, the downside to it is a big heavy lump. It takes up a lot of space in my pack, and like I said, it's heavy. So in the summer months, when my pack is a bit lighter and there's a bit more room in there, that's when I'm going to crack the Trangia out again. And I've got a few meals planned for this year as well. I've had some time to really think about it, so I'm looking forward to that. But in the meantime, it's still gas with a BRS stove. There it is. Because it is light and compact. So I went to my local Asda on the way out here today to pick up some more of those nice little coffee pods, but unfortunately it looks like they don't stock them anymore. So I had to pick up some of these sachets. This is a Nescafe double choc mocha. Not really proper coffee for the morning, is it? But hey, get out of it, you. It's my coffee. Yeah, you know. Yeah, it's not really proper coffee for the morning, but as long as it gets me going. And it's hot and wet, I think I'll do the job. And while I was searching around for me breakfast Monster Munch, I found that I had a Rice Krispie Square as well. So I am in full on 5-year-old mode today. I don't care what anyone says, I love these. Good, buddy. Do you have your pigs here? Bit nice. Good boy. That's something else. Dave rolling in fox shit. I fully expected that when I got into the tent last night that it would be stinking. you know, in that closed environment. And I wasn't wrong. The boy absolutely stank. I mean, it was nasty. But, hey, get out of it, you little shit. You know. You're going to get your own food in a sec. Let me finish talking. Yeah, anyway, fox shit. Yeah, it proper stank. It was nasty. But, got used to it. Just like that. It was nothing. 10 minutes. Get your nose away from the fire. Yeah, 10 minutes and it was all fine. But I really noticed it this morning when I woke up, because he'd moved in the tent, and instead of being down sort of like at my hip level, he had moved up, and the fox shit was pretty much right next to my face. So that was the first thing that greeted me this morning. Go camping, they said. Enjoy the great outdoors. And take your dog. You dickhead, didn't you? You dickhead? You Davy dickhead dog? Yeah. This is my breakfast. Not allowed chocolate. It'll kill you. Ooh. That was boiling. Sachet said 85 degrees. Don't know how you measure that. Careful, don't you get splashed. Never had one of these mockers before. I imagine it tastes like hot chocolate with a shot of coffee in it. Stir it for 20 seconds. Is that 20 seconds? I hope so. Off the spoon, it doesn't taste good. It tastes extremely synthetic, chemically. Let's try it. It's gonna burn me. It's like licorice. Is it meant to be licorice? Maybe I need to let it cool down a bit. Dave, you want your din-dins, mate? Of course you want your din-dins, don't you? Dave, what's this? Good boy. See if I can do this without it blowing everywhere. Hold of that. Well, it's a beautiful morning. Absolutely stunning. The weather report said it'd be a bit misty. Must have missed it. Did I just make that joke? Tastier than porridge. What? Do you want one? I don't know. Where's your bowl? Bibby, where's your bowl gone? Here. Try it. Not too sure, are you, mate? You know it's food. Do you enjoy that? As a side note, that was Dave's first Monster Munch. And he seemed quite like it. I wouldn't normally give him Monster Munch, obviously, because it was his first. What I mean is, I wouldn't normally give him that kind of thing, but I don't know, he enjoyed it. He's not having me mocha though, tastes like licorice. Dave's got a bit of a dicky tummy, so it's generally not a good idea to give him treats that aren't designed for dogs, but every now and again it doesn't do any harm, does it? Look at that face. Look at that face. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. You're best boy, aren't you? No, you're not having me mocha. No. Draw the line there, mate. You don't drink out of my cup. No. I'm going to finish my cuppa, and I think it's time we pack up after that. I'll bring you back later. So as you can see, leave no frickin' trace. Don't know why I have to keep saying it. I suppose I don't, you should know by now, but leave no trace, yeah. It's been a lovely camp up at Kilmar Tor. My first Bodmin Moor wild camp. That's not technically true. I mean, I have wild camped at Crowdy Reservoir twice, but that doesn't feel like proper Bodmin Moor because it's a reservoir. It's not moorland. Whereas this is most definitely moorland. And it's been good. It's been good. I've really enjoyed it. My initial apprehensions, my nervousness about camping on Bodmin Moor, I think has now passed. I hope so, because I hope to come back and camp here a bit more this summer. I say I hope, I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend a lot more time out here on Bodmin Moor. A couple other things for this year that I want to be doing. I want to do some hammock camping. Is my mic still there? Yeah. I want to do some woodland hammock camping. That's something I'm going to have to leave Dave at home for though, because I've set my hammock up a few times and Dave don't like it. And I don't particularly like having the weight of Dave sat on my chest, especially if he's going to go and roll in some more fox shit. I don't like the idea of that at all. So he's going to stay at home for hammock camps. I suppose I could bring a little tent for him, but set him up with the Lanshan one. But that kind of negates the idea of a hammock camp being super lightweight. Yeah, well, we'll think about that. Another thing I want to try this year, and all last year I told myself and others there's no bloody way I'd ever do it, but I want to try a bivvy camp. I think I want to try a bivvy camp, you know. Anyway, I'm going to sign off because my battery's about to die on the camera, and until next time, adios.